Hello everyone, it's my pleasure and honor to open the pitch session today. And my name is Herbert Müller-Hartmann, and after about 20 years in life science industry and biopharma R&D, I decided to go back to startup and actually co-found Ningaloo Biosystems. Why did I take that step? Well, to be honest, there is a couple of reasons to that. For example, starting a new thing again after, at a certain life phase, etc. But the main reason is really, that I believe with our team and our new approach at Ningaloo Biosystems, we can make a huge difference. So at Ningaloo Biosystems, we want to make sure that everybody can afford the upcoming life-saving drugs they will need. So the next generation of biologically produced drugs is now getting ready to cure many so far incurable diseases like cancer and autoimmune diseases. And here is one example. Beta thalassemia is a frequent genetic disorder that, that has absolutely insufficient treatment options and is combined with severe complications for the patients throughout their life. For this condition, there is now one biopharmaceutical that can cure this disease once and for all. But the problem is, this particular one dose shall cost more than $2 million US. And even if this is an extreme case, it's not an isolated case. So even if biopharmaceuticals only make up a small portion of our prescription drugs, around 2%, they already eat up more than a third of the money spent on drugs. And the huge prices are not just a significant problem for the patients and payers, but also a real threat to the future biopharma businesses. So why is that the case? These increasingly complex drugs are made by living cells in a bioreactor. And the single biggest problem with that is the often very inefficient, largely uncontrolled, and sometimes unstable conditions under which this process is run. So in essence, the yield of the correct product can be very low. And as a result, there are lengthy times to the market. There are persistent supply insecurities. And finally, really high production costs. Now, if I say the bioreactor processes are inefficient and uncontrolled, that really can be compared maybe to throwing a paper plane. Yes, it does fly, but it's really hard to hit the target, which in our case is optimal output for the bioreactor process. So what we need instead, essentially, is a drone. And that's exactly what we do to the bioreactor process. We reprogram the cells inside the bioreactor into production machines that can be controlled in real time to deliver optimal output. How does that work? By using synthetic biology, we can implant so-called photoswitches, molecular photoswitches, into the cells so that we can remote control them by using light. Again, a story about light. So in our case, let's say with a TV, you can also remote control very different things, right? So in our case, we can control, for example, the composition of the drug. We can adjust biochemical properties of the drug, and we can also dynamically influence the metabolic activity of the cells producing the drug. So our solution is a biophotonic control system for the bioreactor. And with that, we create a fully closed dynamic control loop for the bioprocess itself. And that way, we can finally make real use of the analytical data that is collected from the bioreactor to actually drive automation and also continuous mode productions. As a result, the new drugs can reach the clinic more quickly, they can be produced more reliably, and finally become more affordable for patients and payers. So how's that better than what's currently done in the bioreactor? So the main advantages of the established chemical controls that you typically use in a bioreactor are very fast response time, full reversibility, and also the ability to employ multiple channels of control in parallel. And with that, our customers finally hold the keys in their hand to actually establish a fully controlled and real-time bioprocess control. So in a project with academic and industry partners, we actually leveraging the production of a specific new anti-cancer drug that's currently very challenging to make. And we've already shown that we can influence the composition for this specific or bispecific antibody product while it is actually made by the cells in the cell culture format. So what's the business case for the drug manufacturer? If we can increase the output of a bioreactor, mid-sized bioreactor format by a limited margin, these cost savings are already significant, and the return of investment for the biomanufacturing customers can be realized quickly. On the other hand, our value-based pricing can secure a very profitable business on our end. So our business model is really based on two lines of product. With the hardware sales of the add-on systems for the bioreactor, we can actually establish an installed base and also drive early and low threshold technology adoption. And this then will serve as a basis to fuel the recurring license fee revenues from the biological products, so the photoswitch systems and the software. And the great thing about this is, of course, then these types of profits then nicely scale with our customers' projects moving towards larger scale. So briefly about the market, biopharmaceuticals already make roughly $400 billion per year, and so show significantly higher growth rates as compared to conventional drugs. And within our serviceable market, the upstream bioprocessing, we can actually check the boxes for the most important unmet needs in this area. So we have prototypes running in 2 pilots with promising data. We have filed 3 patents and also secured first non-dilutive and grant money for our research. With closing a seed financing round towards the end of this year, we will be bringing our first generation of products to the market by late 2024. And this is really then the basis to build the solutions that scale with our customers' projects towards commercial success. So as a team with decades of experience in this sector, we have both the insights and network to secure a deep understanding of our customer needs, as well as the technology challenges in this area, as well as the proven expertise to successfully enter the market with cutting-edge technologies and solutions. And with that, we really believe we can become the leading enabler of sustainable production of biopharmaceuticals. So, with your tickets, you can now participate in achieving an imperative goal, making unprecedented cures available to millions of patients. Let's switch the lights on for a new chapter in bioproduction.
I need to stop you here. I'm sorry. Sure. It's good that you're done. Thank you so much.